In what has become a yearly tradition, tickets sell out almost instantly for the friendly round here in the Marble League. Hey everybody, I'm Greg Woods. This year, including the teams that auto-qualify for this event, the Savage Speeders, the O-Rangers, the Minty Maniacs, and of course, the Crazy Cat's Eyes, as the fans are out to see the hosts for the first time. Of course, since they auto-qualified, they did not have to compete in the qualifiers, so always a plus. But still, now they get to see them in action in the same 4 events that we saw in the qualifier round. So 4 events that begin with the Wave, and it's the Savage Speeders and the O-Rangers, 2-time champion versus 1-time champion. Remember, the goal, get as far down as you can without going into that catch basin. 2 in the 9 for the O-Rangers should help them, and it does, 36-25. Just 4 runs in this one. Minty Maniacs now, and the Crazy Cat's Eyes. And this is the first home cheer that they're going to get. Oh, and it's disaster for both teams. Marginally better for the Minty Maniacs. 20 points to just 8 for the Crazy Cat's Eyes. Now, I know what you're thinking with the hosts and everything, but let's back off on that for now. The Rangers, Savage Speeders, going to go at it again. 1 apiece, but look at those 2 orange marbles dancing in the 10. 28-27. Ooh, Savage Speeders actually got him there. In the overall, probably not so much. All right, can Crazy Cat's Eyes do better this time around? 2 apiece end up going in. Oh, and it's a 1-point victory for Crazy Cat's Eyes, but it still puts them pretty low in the order. The O-Rangers get a 36 to the Savage Speeders 28. That gives them the early points lead. Not that the points really matter all that much in the friendly, but it's going to carry forward, and it's all about experience. You get some teams that come into these events thinking, all right, we want to do well. And at the same time, you also get some that say, I don't care about the results. We're in this for the experience. As we get ready for the funnels. Always an interesting event. Of course, the goal here, try to stay in them the longest. Down they come. Oh, and it's a disastrous start for the O-Rangers. Kaiden, the captain of the team, shoots on through and is still down there at the bottom of the order. It's Wizzy from the Savage Speeders that has a 1 funnel lead. Kaiden trying to claw things back, and it's all falling apart for Minty Drizzle. Maybe bringing some speed from Marble 1 there, too. Minty Drizzle is going to fall on through to the second of the blue funnels. Now it is Kaiden along with Minty Drizzle. Savage Speeders still holding strong up top. A wide angle there. Crazy Cat's Eyes just quietly holding on in second place for Yellow Eye. The Rangers down below, second to last funnel. Really slowing to a crawl. They drop on through. And also here comes Minty Drizzle. Look at this. The lead has changed a bit. Now it's a 2-marble race. Savage Speeders did have it. Crazy Cat's Eyes are going to fall on through and be joining that bottom funnel. 2-marble race. Who can stay in the longest? Savage Speeders drop on through. That means that the win goes to Yellow Eye and the Crazy Cat's Eyes. You notice very different to the qualifiers times. Of course, here you have fewer marbles by far, so a lot less jostling for positions and collisions of sorts. The Crazy Cat's Eyes, happy about that one, hoping that maybe that first event was just a bit of a fluke. As they move up to second out of 4, 1 point behind the O-Rangers, tied with the Savage Speeders. Now on to the relay race. Of course, 4 spots on the track, 4 teams competing in the friendly round. And you can see, not a lot of friendship here. Off they go, and it's Crazy Cat's Eyes in the early lead. Minty Maniacs in lane 3. Now it's the Savage Speeders down below. Crazy Cat's Eyes with a great anchor. They're going to come across and get the win. Photo finish for second place. And just under half a second back. Oh, I think Savage Speeders got him there. They did. By 1,000th of a second. What a recovery. This is going to be a great angle. They got out of the gate well. Yellow Eye takes the handoff. Then Blue Eye. And then look at this handoff to Red Eye. Bringing some Marble 1 speed. Across the line. Crazy Cat's Eyes move to the top spot heading into the final event. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here, but it is the Sand Rally. Clementon, Rapidly, Blue Eye, and Minty Fresh. Oh, we actually get some bugs on track. The race is going to be delayed for just a few seconds here until they clear the track, but instead we get a wonderful view of the circuit in front of us. Excellent conditions. And we're finally ready to go. And they are off. It's Blue Eye taking the lead, almost surpassed there by the Savage Speeders Rapidly, and it falls on backwards after that collision with the bell in the middle of the track. Blue Eye navigating clear. Is anybody close behind there? That's a slightly better view. Rangers, Minty Maniacs, Savage Speeders are nowhere to be found at all. I don't see them on the screen, even in a wide shot. Lead is coming down as we approach 30 seconds. Bounding off the walls here. You wonder if the Crazy Cat's Eyes, after success in Marbula 1, are going to come into this event as speed favorites. Of course, that usually goes to the Savage Speeders, who make a nice pass for third. We got a battle up front now with the Minty Maniacs. 0.02 of a second back through the checkpoint, and that's Minty Fresh from Marbula 1. And even though Blue Eye was not involved in Marbula 1, still, the teammates, the training regimen, there's a lot you can take from watching that program evolve. And of course, there's far more that goes into a successful Marbula 1 program than just the racers themselves. Across the speed boost, nearly everybody taking it. Savage Speeders losing out as they take the top line, but not for long. They're right back in it with the O-Rangers. Minty Maniacs, Crazy Cat's Eyes still hold the lead, but the Minty Maniacs are trying to get back into this one. They both take the top lane. In fact, only the O-Rangers with Clementon take the bottom lane. Look at how slow it is. It's glacial. Getting caught up on the wall. We've got a lead change. Oh, and in fact, the O-Rangers are out. It got so slow that they came to a stop. Minty Maniacs have the lead and will win the race. Crazy Cat's Eyes, half a second back. Savage Speeders, another 2 seconds behind them. That was not a wise choice to take that bottom line, nor was it to take that line through the left-hander. As Blue Eye loses out, Minty Maniacs get 5 points, but they were at the bottom of the table. That means, if things shake out as they have, yes indeed, the hosts have won the friendly. Now that is a bit surprising. Everybody in shock here. Probably mixed emotions, I'd have to say. Obviously, it doesn't count for medals. You don't win and take it to the Marble League. All the points are gone after this, but bragging rights and momentum definitely count for something. We'll see what it turns into when we see you back for the Marble League.